Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And tonight, as you can see from this setup here, I will not be continuing my Defenders of the Shadowlands campaign because I am still in a sci-fi Star Wars mood and I am eager to get Streamlined Superheroes onto my table to try it out. So Streamlined Superheroes, I did a review. This is by a friend of the channel, John from Sharp Mountain Games. So this is by John Fredericks, and I will definitely use this for my next season or series of the Bat of Fallcrest, but I don't want to wait that long because actually I got other things I want to do before that. So, but I still wanted to get it onto the table. So I figured what better way to see if Streamlined Superheroes can also do Star Wars. And I think it can, and you know me, whenever I like a system and I'm interested in a system, I look for ways to play Star Wars with it. So I'm using the rules of Streamlined Superheroes, but I converted my Star Wars board game to use Streamlined Superheroes mechanics. And this is what I will be trying out in this series. I will be playing a short game, so I won't be getting to 10 renown. I will only go to 6 renown. So maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes to give this system a try to see if it can handle Star Wars. And character creation actually was a breeze using Streamlined Superheroes. So if you want to know how this works, you can check out Mage Hammer's Game Table. He did a series using this system where he also created characters. And so can you see this? I used the character cards that come with the game and quickly, not really converted, but quickly generated Nash Duncan, the young Nash Duncan, 10 years before he met Rhya. So he's got 20 hit points, strength 0, dexterity 3, intelligence 1, and charisma 2. And in my Star Wars game, there are no superpowers, obviously, because I'm not playing Force users, only skills. So he's got piloting, streetwise, interaction, and combat, which is the catch-all skill to use character scale weapons. So that'll be Nash Duncan. You know him. And his first serious love interest, the beautiful Twi'lek tech wizard Loola. She has strength 0, dexterity 1, intelligence 2, and charisma 3. And she's also a gambler. So she's got interaction, mechanics, systems operation, and also combat. And I will be sort of picking up where I left off, so it'll still be this region, this well-known region in the Outer Rim with Bespin, Lothal, Tatooine, the city planet of Terrace, etc., and a few made-up planets. And we are still flying the Silver Angel, our Gthrog transport, and Loola picked the name, the Silver Angel, and it is a little souped up. So it's got hull 20, shields 2, hyperdrive is not souped up, 1+, speed 5, handling +2, and weapons a dual laser turret. And you will see how this will interact with the Streamlined Superhero system. Okay, so we need the Streamlined Superhero rules, but what we also need, so the rules, I did this. So this is now my board game version, Streamlined Superheroes, Streamlined Outlaws, and this is just so it's not a standalone thing because obviously I do not want to rip off John's product. So it does not give you the rules of Streamlined Superheroes. It does not feature rules for combat, character creation, etc. Those are all in Streamlined Superheroes, which you need. So this is basically just an add-on which provides the encounters and the mechanics for the sci-fi board game, but everything rules-wise regarding Streamlined Superheroes you will find in the other product. So, and as of now, this is just a personal project. I just did this, so it needs to be tested and everything. So here it says it uses rules mechanics from Streamlined Superheroes, and I linked to it. And here it also says you need the Streamlined Superheroes game in addition to this booklet. So character creation only states that you created your character according to the rules of Streamlined Superheroes. So, but I'll give you the skills that this system uses, and yeah, and it is the familiar structure that you know with the rounds and the objectives and everything, but using the Streamlined Superhero rules. So without further ado, you will see how it works in the game. Let's get right into it. So the goal is to get to 6 renown before the off-camera enemy. So I'm using the optional rules for single player, where you play against an invisible opponent that also tries to go to renown, in this case then to 6, and at the end of every round I roll a d6, and on a 1 or 2 the enemy gets a renown, like a simple Doom track time limit mechanic, if you will. And if you are reduced to 0 HP at the end of a round, when you're reduced to 0 HP you roll twice for enemy renown. Okay, so yeah, so I determined this randomly. We are in the trade hub world of Bespin in Cloud City, and I made a new log right here, and I carried over my credits, so we still have 10,450 credits, and I know just what to do with them. But first we need to resolve an encounter. So we go into the encounter phase, because I do not want to move in the optional move phase, and I'm on a planetary system, so I have to resolve a planetary encounter, and it uses a d20. Let's see what we get. 13. All right. Oh, 13 is a corporate delivery. A corporate representative approaches you. They need a pilot on short notice, not tied to the corporation, to deliver a load of legal but delicate cargo. They ask you to deliver 2d6 units of legal cargo to the D12 system. Payment is 250 credits per unit of cargo on delivery. Okay, let's see. Okay, that is 8 units. And they need to go to system number 4, which is the unremarkable dump of Maris. And this makes also sense that there's not a regular transport going there. So let's add a little role play to the mix. So we are wondering, where's my corporate guy here? Just one second. Ah, here he is. So this is the corporate official. Oh, it starts to rain. I gotta close the window here real quick. Excuse me. All right, so I had to close the windows because it started to rain, and I'm in my gaming den in the attic, and I got the windows open. So yeah, but this guy. So we are just wandering around on the promenade as this guy approaches us, and he goes, "A word, please." You've made quite a name for yourself in this region of space, if I may say so. And Nash goes, well, is that so? I wasn't aware of that, but if you say so, it's good to hear. So what can we do for you? Well, I need a time-sensitive and delicate delivery made to the Maris system, if you're familiar with it. Yeah, there's not much there. Basically just shanty towns and deserts and barren terrain. Yeah, but we need a discreet and sensible delivery done to this system, and I think you are just the person for it. Let me guess. You want to avoid any imperial entanglements. No, not really. It's not illegal, but it's delicate, and we don't want to, want it to fall into the hand of pirates. So what do you say? Well, how much? Well, it is 8 tons. 8 tons legal. I'm writing it in my delivery log. 8 tons legal to number 4. And it pays 250 per unit of cargo, so that is 2,000 credits. It's a simple job. 8 tons of cargo, 2,000 credits. Yeah, all right, you got yourself a ship. You can load the cargo in a minute. There's something we got to do here first. Yeah, just give me a call. Here's my comlink. Okay, so he walks away. And Nash goes, well, Loola, do we really already have made a name for ourselves here? Maybe he just told us that to smooth us over. I don't know. But, and she smiles, I will definitely make a name for myself here. There's this high-stakes sabak tournament going on tonight, and I will be joining. Yeah, and let me guess, you will use our money for the buy-in. Yeah, as you said, it is our money, and I will just double it. All right, then let me watch. Maybe I can learn something. All right, so we go into the action phase. Everyone can take one planetary action, and Loola, she will gamble, and she will wager 10,000 credits. And now the mechanic with the effect die comes into play, because it's not a simple check, it is a challenge. So in this game, you do challenges, or you can do challenges. Some encounters and jobs are challenges, and that means you have a certain number of checks, usually 3, and a certain number of hurdle points that you have to overcome with your 3 checks. So gambling, it's pretty difficult. So it's a charisma interaction challenge, and 3 checks and 15 hurdle points. So this is, let me show it to you here in the rules section. Here, challenges is an important aspect of the Streamlined Superheroes engine. Using the effect die, so it is written in this game like this: the attribute and skill needed, the number of checks you have, and the hurdle points. So here gives you an example: intelligence security systems 310. This means you have to reduce a total of 10 hurdle points with a maximum of 3 intelligent security systems check. So if you fail a check, tough luck. And gambling is a planetary encounters here. Gambling, planetary actions, sorry. Gambling is a charisma interaction challenge 315. So I got 3 checks and I have to overcome 15 hurdle points. So yeah, I will wager 10,000. And Loola, she will use charisma and interaction, and her dice are the green ones. So obviously I maxed this out. So charisma 3, interaction 12. So this is the bluffing and yeah, bluffing and strategy aspect of the Sabak game. So, all right, first check. 15 hurdle points. Here we go. And look, I already failed. It would have been 12, but 2 plus 3, and you always need a 10. So first check down. Damn it. Second check. Yeah, but only 4. So we are at 11 hurdle points. And now, yeah, I gotta nail it with the last check now. 11 hurdle points. No. 3-3. All right, so this is ridiculous. I mean, I got +3 and I don't manage to get a 10. I mean, with the hurdle points with my effect die rolls, I would have made it, but if I don't get to 10, so but that's all right. It would be boring if we started with too much money. So that was her action. So we lost 10,000 credits, and Nash is like, I don't know, this is the second time now you lost 10,000 credits gambling. I mean, you're probably going to tell me that you learned something now too, aren't you? Yeah, well, I gotta admit, nah, this time I'm not happy with myself either. Could have been better. Yeah, could have been better indeed. Could have been 10,000 credits richer, or at least, yeah, not have lost 10,000 credits. So what now? Yeah, now I guess, well, we got this delivery. It pays 2,000. So let's just add another legal cargo to the mix, and we're good to go. Yeah, all right. So let me check at the stock market. So Nash's action will be buy legal cargo, because we can afford illegal cargo, because we are on a trade hub, and the trade hub gives you a 10% discount. And so it is 500 credits, so it's 450 with a discount. And actually, here is again the effect die comes into play. So it says, buy illegal cargo, succeed at a charisma streetwise check to make contact with the underworld. If successful, you can buy illegal cargo for 500 credits per ton. But now the effect die comes into play in stressful situations or non-combat situations. If your effect die result is 6+, you find a sweet deal and have to pay only 300 credits per ton. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, well, before I carry some junk, let me see if I can find some more delicate cargo, if you get the meaning. All right, so he's making a charisma streetwise check. So he's got charisma 2 and streetwise D10. So streetwise, and if I get a 6 on the effect die or higher, I only pay 300 credits per ton, and with the discount it's only 270. But we gotta make the check first. Damn it. Yeah, the check is good, but 5 on the effect die is not good enough for the discount. But still, that is 500 minus the 10%. That is exactly 450, so I'm at 0 credits, and I have 8 ton legal provided. And now in the cargo I got 1 ton illegal, which also means that I am wanted. All right, so this brings us to the end of the round, and I'm rolling for the enemy. On a 1 or 2 on a d6, he gets a renown. No. So enemy renown still 0, our renown 0, and we enter the next round, the movement phase. All right, so the movement phase, I need to go to Maris. My hyperspeed is 1+, And here it says movement phase. You may optional travel to a different star system. You can move a number of hexes equal to your hyperspeed. Also, make an intelligence systems operation check, because this is like the astrogation skill. If you succeed, add the effect die result to your hyperspeed for this move. And in good old tradition, Loola is my navigator and tech. So she's got systems operation D8 and intelligence 2. So let's see. So we launch from Bespin, and Loola is working the consoles and programming our hyperspace jump. All right, Loola, so how are we doing? Yeah, let me see if I can plot us a nice route. So intelligence 2 and the 8 effect. Effect die is great, 8, but 6 plus 2 is only 8, not a success. You need 10. I can't believe how hard it is to roll a 10 sometimes. I mean, if you watch Mage Hammer's playthrough, he also has trouble hitting 10. I mean, I get plus 2, I need an 8. So, but never mind. That means I can actually only travel 1 hex. So Loola says, I'm having trouble with all these gas clouds here. Okay, so maybe I can improve our calculations once we are outside of this area here. So now we have to do a deep space encounter in the encounter phase. Deep space encounter is a D8. Let's see what we get. 3. A call for 8. It's an optional thing. You receive a distress call from a tramp freighter with severe technical difficulties. You may provide assistance. Dexterity piloting check to dock with the vessel in time. Intelligence mechanics check to assist with the repairs. If you fail the piloting check, you don't make it in time. If you fail the repair roll, you take damage. And now the effect die comes into play again. If you succeed, the vessel is repaired and you gain 1d6 times 500 credits. But if the effect die result of the mechanics check is 6 plus, I even gain 2d6 times 500 credits. So here I was looking for some ways to incorporate this non-combat effect die mechanic into the game. So I try to do this with either upping the reward or giving the player some choices, as you will see, or lessen damage, etc. So since we are low on cash, I think we will actually come to this to the aid of this ship. So we make our way through hyperspace. We are crawling through hyperspace slowly as we receive a distress call. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Our engines have failed. We require assistance. And we set an intercept course, and we arrive. We hail them. Don't worry, we're here. We try to help you. And yeah, and now Nash, he has to do a piloting check. And here I don't really need the effect die because there's no benefit. I just need to dock. So it is a dexterity check. And dexterity piloting D12, but it's just dexterity. 15, yes. 10 is a success. So we dock with the vessel in time before it explodes because the damage is so severe. So Loola, she takes her toolkit and makes her way over and does an intelligence mechanics check. Intelligence 2, mechanics D10. And she tries to help. 7 plus 2 is 9. So she fails, which means she takes 1d6 points of personal damage due to electric discharge. 2 points only, but still damage is damage and no reward. And we do not get paid. So she says, well, I'm sorry, I don't got the right tools. There's nothing I can do. Ah, damn it. And you got to get this isolation checked. I got a little shock here. Yeah, we are sorry. Hopefully there's another one coming by. So we continue. So we can't take any actions now because we're not on a planet. So end of round, enemy renown. No, but close. 3. Next round, movement. Loola is trying to do some astrogation again. Intelligence and systems operation. Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. A 3. So once again, I do not get the 10. I can't add the effect die to my hyperspeed. So I'm slowly crawling through hyperspace. Space encounter 6. A military interdiction, and I am wanted because I got the illegal cargo. So, a cruiser of the military Imperium pulls you out of hyperspace, and a pair of 2 dual ion engine TIE fighters, so of course we know what those are, TIE fighters. So they're approaching us, and yeah, and they want to scan us. If you're wanted, you must try to evade them. If you succeed, you escape. If you fail, you have to fight. Okay, looks like the first space battle here, but first I want to show you the Streamlined Superheroes evade maneuver mechanic. So the evade maneuver is a challenge, dexterity piloting, 3 checks, 10 plus minus x, and x is the speed difference between your ship and the pursuer, and if the pursuer is faster, you have to add the difference to the 10. So my speed is 5 because it is upgraded a little, and a TIE has a speed of 10. So the difference is 5. So actually for me it is a 3:15 piloting challenge. But the good thing is I got, of course, piloting D12, so, and dexterity 3. So as long as I make the 10, which I didn't manage to do so far, and I got handling +2, and in this system now you add the handling to the effect die value. So not to your check, to the effect die value. So if I make my checks, I actually would have a good chance of getting rid of these 15 hurdle points. All right, so let's do it. So they want to scan me, and I go, well, Loola, we gotta punch it. Can you give me some more juice? And now, if you remember, she's like the mechanic. She can actually give me some more juice. So now she's manning the engineering station. And here it says, the engineer can also boost the ship's speed during an evade maneuver. The engineer must succeed at an intelligence mechanics check. If successful, subtract half the effect die result rounded down from the hurdle points of the evade maneuver challenge before attempting the piloting checks. So basically it's a free check, but only half of the effect die is added. So I got 15 hurdle points here, and she's trying to boost the engines. It's intelligence mechanics. Her intelligence is 2, mechanics is a D10. So once again, I think I haven't succeeded at a single check so far. So let's see. Yes, 17 and 5. So 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, rounded down is 2, better than nothing. So the hurdle points are at 13 when I start my evade maneuver. So Loola goes, I rerouted some power. This is all the juice I can give you. Let me check actually what you can see here. Yeah. And all right, so I'm starting my evade maneuver challenge. Piloting is D12, dexterity 3, and the handling is added to the effect die. Yes, 19, and 5 plus 2, that is 7. So 7. So that is, I'm at 6 hurdle points, and that was only the first check because the engineering does not count towards the challenge. Second check, I got 3 checks. Fail. 3 plus 3 is 6, so I don't make it. So now I gotta make this, and I have to roll at least a 4 on the effect die, because plus 2, that'll be 6. That'll reduce the hurdle points to 0. So those ties are closing in fast. Come on, Nash, you can do it. Yes, look at this. 20, but there's no crits here. It's just a 20, but 6 plus 2 is 8. So with the last check, I reduce the hurdle points to 0. And so there's enough distance between me and the gravity well from this interdictor cruiser that I can re-enter hyperspace. Okay, that was the encounter phase. Now we're in the action phase. Can't do any actions, not on a planet. So let's roll for enemy renown. 2. The enemy gets his first renown working off camera. Maybe he's done a delivery. But I'm still at 0. Oh, sorry, I messed this up. I made this in my spot. So no, enemy renown is 1. We are at 0. We go to 6 in this game. All right, next round, movement. Loola is doing her thing, intelligence system operations, trying to boost the speed. Intelligence and systems operation is D8. Come on, Loola. Yes, look at this. 19 and a 7. So I can travel 8 spaces this round. But I don't even need that much. I only need 3. 1, 2, 3. So we arrive in the Maris system. Now, encounter phase, we resolve 2 encounters, a space and a planet side encounter. So the system space encounters are D12. A 12. Oh, heavy space traffic. What? This is an unremarkable dump. Alright, so on approach to the planet, the space lanes become very crowded. Suddenly a large freighter drifts off course. Succeed at a dexterity piloting check to avoid the freighter. And now the effect that comes into play again. If you fail, your ship suffers 2d6 points of hull damage. No shields. And if you succeed, your ship suffers 1d6 points of hull damage unless your effect die result is 6 plus. So even if I succeed, I would take a little damage, half damage, unless I get a 6 plus on the effect die. And remember, I add the handling value to the effect die. All right, so dexterity piloting. Dexterity and piloting, Nash. So we're approaching as suddenly Nash goes, I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of traffic here. I thought this was an unremarkable dump, but here's our corridor. So he got the coordinates from the traffic control, and as suddenly there's an engine failure, and this huge freighter drifts directly into our path. Damn it! Hold on! Yeah, 17, but 3 plus 2 is only 5, so we still take 1d6 points of damage, even though we made the check. But better 1d6 than 2d6. 5 points of damage. Alright, so the ship's hull is down to 15. And in this game there's no healing, so you have to repair your hull, obviously. And if you want to regenerate hit points, you have to visit a doctor as a planetary action or use a med pack. And to use a med pack, you gotta use the medicine skill. And so you only can use the medicine skill and regenerate hit points according to your effect die value if you have a med pack. And a med pack is a one-use item. So in none of my people, they do not have medicine. So then in this case, you go by Streamlined Superhero rules, and your effect die would be a D4. But I have no med packs either. So gotta buy those. So I go, damn it, watch it. And there's the slight collision as we slide alongside the hull of this freighter with the engine failure. The ship is shaken. Damn. sorry, Loola, that was rough. At least we're still in one piece. So we land this bucket of bolts, and now we got to do a planetary encounter, which is a d20. 19. Military lockdown. You re-roll this on a wretched hive, but I'm not on a wretched hive. So this this large heavy space traffic, actually there are a couple of Imperial ships. Maybe they're on the lookout for a rebel cell here or something, because military lockdown. The military Imperium has enforced a planet-wide lockdown and curfew. You can't take any planetary actions in this action phase. All right, so we do manage to land, but there is an announcement that we are confined to our ship. There's a military operation going on to root out resident terrorists, and there's a curfew, and we are supposed to stay within our docking bay until further notice. Damn. Looks like we picked the right time to come to this place, Nash goes. But the thing is, now I end the round, and I got to roll for enemy renown. Okay, let's go. 6, lucky, no enemy renown. All right, then next round, movement. I do not want to move because I'm where I need to be. So no space encounter, only planetary encounter. 10. Planetary encounter 10. Okay, that is the local bullies. You're insulted and provoked by X+1 individuals that don't like you. They draw guns on you. +2, and they have a d8 effect die and 6 HP. And there are 3 of them actually, because it's X+1. Alright, so I'm going a little theater of mind here, but only with the little minis. So okay, so there are these three local bullies that we don't need those anymore. We evaded them. And they step in our path. 2 of them in front and 1 in the back. And they go, eh. So the Trandoshan with the vibroblade, he's doing the talking. You've taken a wrong turn, it seems. Now it is game over for you, because we don't like you. Get 'em, boys! Alright, so it is I go, you go. Nash. And then the bully 1. Alright, so first Nash. Alright, so this is combat now. And actually, I forgot to write this down. I think Nash, let me check. I think he had a heavy blaster pistol. Let's see, because I got a DL44 and she's got a normal blaster. Okay. So because there are some little very simple equipment rules in here, so it basically works like with handling. So so he's got a blaster, a heavy blaster, DL44, which gives +3 to the effect die. Okay, but combat is only d6, so you use combat. So Nash goes first. It's dexterity because it's a ranged attack, and his effect die is d6 +3, but he's got to hit first. So it's a dexterity 3. Yes, 9 plus and 5 plus 3 is 8, and they got 6 hit points. So he goes, get him, boys! As I quick draw my holster, and from the hip, this guy goes down with 1 shot. Damn! Now they go And this guy charges me. No, does not charge at me, but shoots. And so it is a plus 2d8. So, and the enemies are the red ones. Plus 2d8. Lucky for me, he only rolled the 2. So that was this guy. Now I go. So Loola, she charges at this guy, gets out her staff, and whacks him over the head. Tries to. Her staff gives her plus 2 damage, and it is a dexterity because she's staff fighting. Her dexterity, however, is only 1, and her combat is d6, and she gets plus 2 to the effect die. Oh, look at this, 19 and 1 only, plus 2, at least that is 3. So this Duros, he is at 3 HP. And now he gets to act. Because Yugo, he hasn't acted yet. So he moves back a little and shoots at Loola. And he shoots at Loola, and he's got a d8. Plus 2 and d8. Ooh, 19 and 8 points of damage. And Loola is at 18 because of the shock she got. So now she's at 10 HP. So he moves backwards and shoots. And yeah, and Loola grits her teeth. Is nicked by the blast. All right, new round. Back to initiative. I go, you go. We go first. Let's try to take this guy out of the picture. So Loola closes in again. Dexterity plus 1 and plus 2 to the effect die. Doesn't count. I re-roll it all. Yes, 17 and 5 plus 2 is 7. That's enough. Would have been enough anyhow. So because he's only at 3. So she, bam, whacks this guy and he goes down. So now the enemies go, there's no moral here because it's like a board game. He shoots at Nash. D8 plus 2. 5. Lucky me because it would have been 7 damage. He misses. Pew! Now Nash goes. This guy, he's not injured. So Nash gets plus 3 to the effect die and hits, and 6 maximum damage. Pew! Takes them out. Alright, so that was the planet encounter. Whew. So I walk up to Loola. Loola, are you alright? I gotta see a doctor, I guess. Yeah, let's do our delivery and then we get the money for the dock. Yeah. All right, so now we go into the planetary action phase. And one thing, I don't know if that was in the first version as well. So deliver provided illegal cargo and disembark passengers is a free action. Because that wouldn't make sense. So basically it is just unloaded or they just disembark. So here it says some encounters give the opportunity to transport someone else's cargo. This action does not count towards your action limit, but I can't of course use this to sell my own stuff, but I can use this free action to complete my delivery. So I am completing my delivery, my 8-ton legal to the system, number 4. 2,000 credits. So my credit balance now is 2,000. I was at 0. And this is a free action. Now Nash is doing his action and he tries to sell illegal cargo. So here again I have to succeed at a charisma streetwise check. If successful, I can sell the cargo for 1,000 credits per ton. However, I'm on an unremarkable dump, so even if I make the check, I gotta roll 4 plus on a d6 to see if there's actually a buyer here. But if I roll a 6 plus on my effect die, I can sell the cargo for 1,300 credits per ton. so I make more money. But since this is an unremarkable dump, I still need a buyer in the first place. So he does a charisma streetwise check, charisma 2, streetwise D10. Let's see. Come on, Nash. 8. Yes, 8 plus 2 is 10. That's enough. And 9 on the effect die, which means if there's a buyer, I would get 1,300 credits. So please let there be a buyer. I need to roll a 4 plus. This is the special rule because of the unremarkable dump. Yes, 5. Whew. So I am lucky. There is a buyer there. So I sell my 1 ton of illegal cargo for 1,300 credits that I bought for 450. So I'm at 3,300 credits, which is actually not bad. Okay, so that was Nash's planetary action. So now Lula's planetary action will be visit a doctor. If you're wounded, you can heal hit points for a cost of, this is expensive actually, 200 credits per hit point healed per character. Only 1 crew member needs to take this action. All crew members are present and can receive healing. So Nash, he's at full hit points, but Lula, she needs 10 hit points. And 10 hit points would be 4,000. All right, that's 2,000. Let's for 2,000 credits, I also would get 4 med packs because 1 med pack is 500 credits. But I would have to succeed at a medicine check, intelligence medicine. I do not have medicine, so it would be a D4 effect die. So I can fail twice. I can fail the check, or if I succeed at the check, I can luck out on the effect die. So I think the safer bet, because I gotta be quick. You never know when the next encounter comes, and if one of my heroes is reduced to 0 HP, I roll twice for enemy renown, so Lula will get healing. So she visits a doctor, and he or she restores her to full health, 20, for the hefty sum of 2,000 credits. So we are at 1,300 credits, and this ends this round. We've taken 2 actions, so let's see if the enemy gains a renown. No, lucky 3. Whew, I gotta pick up the pace here. So I've no renown so far. All right, so it would be time to start the next round, but I will do this in the next episodes. I will definitely continue this, but not in a straight row, because I also want to get back to the Shadowlands. But I will continue this to test out the system to get to 6 renown. Yeah, so far it's the usual unlucky dice rolls that I'm known for, with me not being able to hit 10, but actually I'm enjoying myself. So yeah, I thank you for watching, and yeah, for all your support. If you want to support the channel, do like, subscribe, comment, and of course pick up some of my products on DriveThruRPG, which reminds me there should be a 20% summer sale going live by tomorrow. Tomorrow morning American time. I think this would be around noon here in Germany, so you gotta check. It should be 20% off of all my products on DriveThruRPG. So actually I gotta make a community post about that as well. Yeah, so thanks for watching. As always, stay safe and stay healthy, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.